Okay, let's start the day. Actually, I've been out here for quite a while. The humidity, my God, it's so thick, it looks like we're in a fog, a cloud. So I'm going here in just a little bit. I'm going to get the right sprocket. This is what I got, and that's wrong. So it's $26 freaking. So I'm gonna bring it back and get the right one. And then I'll have this done, and then by then I'll be putting my tools in the gator here. I got tools scattered everywhere that I used to keep in the front of the gator. And I gotta go collect them all up and get them together and put them back in there, because it's just too handy having whatever tool you need right there, you know, inches away from you. All right, I think it's time. I'm fixing they're open at 8 over there at the steel dealer. So I'm gonna run over there and get this sprocket, come back, get this chainsaw back together, and this little project will be done. Then I'm gonna start working on Bib's, the rotted pole up there, right there. It's a 6x8, and what I'm replacing it with is a 6x6, because you got a special order of 6x8. I called a bunch of lumber stores, and only one, McNatt's in Marshall, said they could get it, but they would have to special order it, and it was a lot of money. So we went with 6x6, and it was a lot of money, but nowhere near as much as a special order 6x8. All right, let's get the day started. Okay. I'm gonna put just a little bit of grease on that. Put this back together, get the bar on, get my new chain on, and this little project is done. Then I'm gonna gather up some tools and load my gator up. And it sure looks like it's gonna rain out. I'm gonna check the weather, because I don't wanna get all my tools out in the back of my gator and have it in the rain. So let me get this put together and get back to work. All right, I'll put that cover on, and we got 2 brand new chainsaws. Not really, but I mean, they've got the parts that wear out are all brand new. Okay, I have my 2 assistants, Mountain Dew, my work gator, my tool caddy, and this is the rotted support beam post pole that we're going to remove and replace it with this one. And what I'm going to do is that jack there, I'm going to use this 4x4 to jack this up and cut this to the right height, slide it under there, let that back down on it, and then I'll go and cut some trim for the top and the bottom, like what it has. I won't be able to replicate that trim, but what I'm going to do is rip 1x6 down to about a 1x2, and anyway, I'm gonna drink my soda, pet my assistant, and get to work. All right, there's the rotted one. Here's my jack holding the whole operation up. I've got this measured, and I'm gonna cut it and stand it up, lower that down on it, and then trim it. All right, the sketchy part is done. Now, I got 1x6 for the trim around the bottom, and what I'm gonna do is take that cut off way down there to my saw and make my trim fit that cut off, and then bring it up here and put it around. And up here, I'm gonna put probably a 1x1.5 trim up there, and caulk it. And I think what I'm gonna do is caulk around this edge, put the trim on, caulk around the trim, because this is rotted because of all the water that got up and just stood there. So, okay. Thank you very much, assistant. Well, like I always say, caulking and paint make me the carpenter that I ain't. That come out pretty good. All right, she has got some paint down in her shed right there. It's been there about 5 years, so I'm gonna go see if it's if I can bust through the skim that's probably on top of it and stir it up well enough to get it to match the cream color of the house, and this project will be done. All right, there is 2 coats of paint. It'll probably need a third, but that's it for today. I've got some fascia around the left side of this house that needs to be scraped, sanded, caulked, and painted. And if I put a third coat on this, I'll put a third coat at the same time I do that fascia board around the side there. So this project is done. You know, I never have understood the big stink everybody makes about cordless drills. I've had one for ages.